Hey, what's up everybody? The Crap Gamer here, the most compelling game-related YouTuber, and you damn well know it. Also the king of all game-related media, and you knew that as well. Back with another video. Thank you guys for joining me. It's always greatly appreciated. And stop me if you've heard this before. When all else fails for Sony, and you have no games, you resort to talk about the other people's low sales, or you boast about your sales and things like that. Here's the thing. You had Sony senior product manager Chris Brown talk about Rise of the Tomb Raider quote-unquote poor sales, saying it only sold 63,000. Okay, here's the thing with that. The game released on a Friday, and he's just speaking purely in the UK, which was only the physical sales, no bundles, no digital, just the physical sales, and it's only for one day because they don't count the weekends. So basically he's sitting there trying to brag about 63,000 being low when it was only one day and no digital and no bundled sales included in that. So I mean, that's pretty much a fail in my opinion. And then you had, for some reason, a Drive Club developer talk about sales of the game as well, and about how it'll sell just fine when it's on the PS4 next year. What I find funny about that is someone from the Drive Club development team, one of the biggest letdowns of the generation, one of the biggest debacles. I mean, this guy should be more worried about his fellow comrades that got laid off. They didn't like half the workforce at Evolution Studios was laid off after this game flopped. You know what I mean? It was one of the worst reviewed racing games. Terrible, terrible game. Just awful. And he wants to sit there and talk about sales of a game on a competing platform. You can tell that the salt is real. Now tell me one time that you've seen an Xbox executive or an Xbox employee act this salty towards, say, Street Fighter 5 being on PS4, right? You don't see it. There's plenty of big-time franchises on the PS4 that are, that used to be multiplat, or that Sony has kind of money had it, and you don't see Microsoft really coming at them like that. I liked a little bit of back and forth. Sony did the little schmarmy video at E3 2013 about this is how you share your games. Okay, funny stuff, great. Microsoft shot back the other day with their this is how you use, you play your last gen games, you just put it in or whatever. Funny. Right? But when you have absolutely no games and one of the worst lineups that I've ever seen for console in a holiday season, you have no room to talk about sales on anything. Let's face it, Sony guys, by the time this game releases next year, next holiday on the PS4, nobody's going to care. If you really cared about Tomb Raider, you would have bought it already and you would have been playing it. It's a fantastic game. I finished it. I'm working on my review. Amazing game. It's so far game of the year in my opinion. But, I just thought it was totally funny. A guy from Evolution Studios was trying to talk shit, and a guy from Sony, talking shit about one day's physical sales. This game is going to have legs. I mean, yes, releasing it next to Fallout, that's going to be tough. But hey, for me, I love that because I'm not a Fallout fan. I didn't buy Fallout. I bought Rise of the Tomb Raider. I beat Rise of the Tomb Raider. Fantastic. I don't want to play Fallout. I'm happy they released it. People are going to buy this game for the next year on Xbox One. So, I mean, Microsoft did a really smart thing by doing that. It really is going to help them in the long run. And I think that, their quote-unquote best lineup in Xbox history is going to help them to win the following 2 months. They're going into next year on a really positive note with the NXE update, with the backwards compatibility, with Forza 6, Halo 5, Rise of the Tomb Raider, all those good things. I think things are really starting to turn around for Microsoft, and people are starting to notice, and I think that that's great. But, man, shame on Sony, man. They just look foolish for this. But, anyway, rack them up. Let me know what you guys think. Sound off. Comment, rate, subscribe. Crap Gamer out.